On this episode of Motown Breakdown, boys recap their weekend. Good, fun stuff they had. Take the time to talk about our local Detroit sports. Pistons, Lions, and Wings. The good, the bad, the great, potentially the ugly. After that, we take some time, go through the bet slip, and put some good bets together. Hopefully win us a ton of money as we go. So, I guess, fucking play the fucking thing.
The 1-0, swinging a fly ball, left field, it's deep, it's way back! The Tigers are going to the World Series!
Detroit basketball!
Stafford takes, throws, end zone, Calvin, touchdown Detroit Lions!
Helm with it again, he's got some room, Lidstrom wide open, scores! Red Wings win it 5-4 in overtime!
From the streets of the Motor City and Midtown to Greektown, this is the Motown Breakdown.
Before we start on episode 1 of Motown Breakdown, just thought I'd mention episode 0 of Motown Breakdown is currently on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts. Be sure to follow us on Twitter and Spotify and to like and subscribe to Motown Breakdown on Apple Podcasts. Welcome in to episode 1 of Motown Breakdown. Boys, how we doing today?
Doing good. Fantastic weekend. Had a nice Halloween party on Saturday. Didn't do shit.
Really?
Yeah, that was great.
What'd you dress up as?
Dressed up as Young Gravy. I don't want to give a free shout out, but I look good. Had the sunglasses on, a nice chain. There's a crisp picture of him somewhere on Google, a little bit older now, of him in a nice like 70s, 80s looking like snowboard outfit. Rocked it.
That's what you... All right. Nice.
Yeah.
That was...
Do you
that
got
was
any
it?
pictures of that? I'd like to see a picture of you.
Yeah. Hold on. I'll get a picture for you.
Okay.
Kale, how was your weekend?
Weekend was great. Had the old party on Friday.
Yeah.
Saturday, did really nothing. Just watched the pup. And then just wasted my Sunday watching the Lions.
What time did you guys go to bed on Friday night?
We finally left about 2:15, I want to say. So probably about 3-ish, 3:30.
Yeah, dude.
Can we talk about something real quick with that?
What's up?
I got a Snapchat from your dad.
Oh,
Was that at 3:30? Was that 3:30 a.m. or p.m.?
a.m.
That's
3:30 a.m. pancakes, yeah.
Yeah, that was a late one. I don't think I went to bed till close to 5 a.m.
Oh, my God.
I didn't check my phone till like 5 p.m. and I saw that and I was like looking. Didn't look at the timestamp. I looked at that and I was like, either they just got up
No.
or they
Nah.
were just going till 3:30.
Yep, they were
Yeah.
just going until 3:30. I don't know
Yeah,
how.
yeah. No, it was a late one for sure. I didn't do jack shit yesterday.
Another thing I want to bring up happened today actually. Have you ever heard of a very low level roller hockey team having a practice on a bye week?
No, I have not.
Well, that happened today.
Was it fun?
It was not. It was not fun.
Did you get better?
I hope so. I got yelled at for how I passed.
No, Joe got way better.
Way better. The most better. We're bringing home the chip.
That's good. You have a lot of work to do. So
Skate it backwards a little bit.
He was ripping the puck, though, like over the net, and he had some mustard on his shots. I was actually surprised. It was,
what he said.
It was looking good.
he said he rang a few off the bar.
Yeah, he did.
He was happy about it.
Yeah, when he has some time to shoot, he actually gets some on it. Just got to start working on him, creating some opportunities for him to get that shot off.
Big eyes up guy, we got to get that rolling.
Do you have semis next weekend, or is it the final? Or did you guys get a bye to the finals?
They give us, so this is where Sober October really sucks for me. So if we play at 6:30 next week, if we win, we have an hour and a half to just sit in the locker room and wait
Oh, it's
until
a
the 8:30
doubleheader?
game. Yeah.
Shoot.
So the good news is all the teams are playing, well, all 4 teams are playing a doubleheader, but that hour and a half, Sober October might not be no more.
Yeah, like what else are you
Yeah.
going to do in between the game?
And what if you win the championship?
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, did you even think of that?
She gone. I will say, though, locker room's pretty sweet. Got a nice little Xbox 360 in there. About to bring maybe some NCAA 14 in there.
Does it work? Have you guys tried it?
Oh, it works.
I saw it sitting in there.
But no, that's all I had really for the weekend. Nothing to bring up.
That sounds like a pretty decent weekend. We got a Halloween party next weekend.
I got a couple of Halloween parties.
Oh, shoot. Sick invite.
Not my party. So I mean, I'm pretty sure you did get invited. So
Yeah. No, that I had about the same weekend. Cal, anything else for the weekend?
nope, I pretty much covered it all.
All right. Let's get into the Pistons. Pistons, they're at a 1-2 record. Friday they played against the Knicks. They lost 130 to 106. They were 9 for 6 from the 3-point line for a 25% shooting percentage. Saturday they played the Pacers. Sorry, they lost 124 to 115. Joe, do you have any thoughts on these Pistons?
Let's backtrack to the Friday game.
Okay.
Do you have the free throw percentage up by chance?
Was the what?
Do you have the free throw percentage up by chance?
No, it was like 56%, 58%.
I can just remember, and everyone should remember, just standing, playing high school basketball. I don't care if it was freshman, if it was JV, if it was varsity, maybe even back, maybe, I don't know, 7th, 8th grade. Missing 1 out of 2 free throws, and that coach getting on your ass about, all right, there and back. And then all of a sudden, you get paid hundreds of millions of dollars, and you can't make it connect.
Yeah. Do you think that contributed to the loss, or?
It's a fucking.
I think
that's a clown
They got
question.
blown out though, so I mean, I don't
No.
even know if making a few extra free throws is really going to make a difference in that.
What that game reminded me of is Cal and I used to play, what was it? NHL all the time back in college.
Yeah.
So when the Pistons had the ball on their end, right, looking to score, it looked like obviously no one was open, and half the time it seemed that Cade was just going in to drive into a double team, which reminded me of when I played NHL against Cal. I had no passes, but once that puck went the other way, everything was open. I mean, it was ridiculous. They were making threes. They were driving in and getting it. I don't know where the defense was at. I mean, I'm not anything close to a professional basketball player.
Right.
Yeah. I was busy on Friday. I didn't really watch a lot of the game, but I mean, it seemed like the defense pretty much the whole season actually has been a glaring issue. I don't think their offense has been the problem. They're averaging 121 points against so far. I mean, they've only played 3 games. So yeah. And then Joe, do you have any I want to get your take on Jaden Ivey and Jalen Duren. Because Jalen Duren's looking like the steal of the draft so far for me. He's 18 years old, and he's a freak.
What did we take him at? 13 overall?
It was right around this. Yeah. I want to say
I
that.
want to say, yeah.
Because it was right around the spot where the Lions took Jameson Williams. Because it was almost like the same scenario.
Yeah. I want to, yeah.
Yeah,
13.
Ivy's been killing it, especially with the playing time he's got. I've liked what I've been seeing, with the bucket scored, with the rebounds.
Yep.
But I'm being dead serious.
The buckets with the rebounds.
It's what we need.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't.
No,
we
you're
can't
right.
have a Big Ben anymore. Just sitting.
No, you're right.
I mean, Durant for being 18, I think he's doing great. Obviously, he's not getting as much playing time as everyone else. So
Yeah.
I think with the minutes he's got, he's been doing a pretty good job on that end.
Yeah. Yeah, the one thing I'll say on them, I think I mentioned this, but they're playing like they're veterans. You know what I mean? Like Duren's out there getting 10 boards a game already, and Jaden Ivey's like driving the hoop
Every time.
he's getting veteran points too.
Yeah.
I think he almost had a double last game.
I think he did have a double.
Shit. So yeah.
Yeah, it was his first.
I mean, they're playing lights out. Is the bottom line.
Did you guys catch Duren? I was watching the game, when was it? Yeah, yesterday. He had a sick, put back dunk. I forgot who it was.
Oh, Duren?
Yeah, someone
I
just
saw that.
lobbed up. It was like the shot clock was running out.
Yeah.
So he lobbed it up from like half court, and he just ran up there,
he's a
put it
beast.
back. I was like, that's insane. He's
a
18
beast.
years old doing that
Yeah, he's a
in a
beast.
professional basketball league. It's insane.
And he's jacked.
It's what you want. But I will say, watching the game against the Pacers, obviously, like episode 0, I was hoping there was going to be another tussle. Things did get a little heated though for a little while. There was one point. I was sitting there listening to it. I didn't get a real chance to watch part of it on TV. Had to go somewhere to listen to it on the radio. Once I got in the car, announcer sitting there like, "Oh yeah, things are getting a little heated there. They're talking to each other." And I was like, "Oh my god, I missed it."
Here we go.
Here we go.
Yeah.
I almost had to run back inside. But I will say, no, obviously they lost to the Pacers, but I did like it a lot more. Free throw percentage, top notch. did damn good on that end. 3-pointers made, definitely a huge difference from the last game. So I will say against the Knicks, I was very worried about me saying that they were going to make the playoffs. Obviously, losing 2 games in a row, that's perfectly fine. We're only, 3 games into the season. I'm not super worried about that. I like what I'm seeing. They are very young, and, I'm looking forward to what they have going forward.
All right. I think that's all that needs to be said, really. They're 1-2. Do you have their recent or their future games coming up? What are we looking at?
Yeah, they got for the next week coming up, they got 4 games. One on the 25th at Washington. Washington, last time I checked, was 2-0. Games they won were pretty close. Wasn't like a total blowout. 1 by 7, and the other one they won by 2 against the Bulls. And then they have 2 games home versus Atlanta. Atlanta again is 2-0. They did.
That's weird. They got it back to back against the same
both
team.
at home.
That,
too.
hey, that could be
That is
my
strange.
mistake too. That could be my bad eye. So we'll check that.
Well, all right. We'll go with it.
They did beat the Rockets and the Magic both by 10, which isn't really saying much because we beat the Magic, then we lost 2 games. And then next one we got on 10:30, Golden State. They beat the Lakers by 14, but I don't think they've been doing so hot either.
Yeah, the Lakers suck so far.
Yeah.
And then they ended up losing to the Nuggets.
I saw Anthony
by
Davis
5.
pull up from the 3-point like yesterday or the day before. He just ripped it off the side of the backboard.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they're not doing
They're
too
in
hot.
shambles. I seen Westbrook is in like their second team or whatever.
Oh, he's coming off the bench? Oh,
yeah.
perfect. Perfect. That's looking like a great trade.
So they have some chance of winning these next 4 games throughout the week. We'll see, and we'll talk about it next
I mean,
week.
Golden State's going to be we're going to find out who the Pistons are when they play Golden State.
I feel like they need two out of these next 4. I mean, these are some pretty tough games, but I think if they can get 2 of these wins, that's a good sign that we're going in the right direction because these are all 4 tough games. So we'll see how they do. This is probably the better teams are going to play of the year. So this will kind of give us a kind of a benchmark of how good we actually are for this year.
Yep, that's a good foreshadow. Last thing on the Pistons, Rob Murphy, assistant GM for the Pistons, on leave for an allegation of workplace misconduct involving a female former employee. He was Eastern Michigan's head coach for 10 years. He then got hired as the Pistons G League president and GM in 2021, and then was finally promoted to assistant GM in June for the Pistons this year. Just the one comment for me on this is I don't know why. I don't know why it's always people that just have nothing, like they got all the money in the world. You're the freaking assistant GM of a NBA team and you go ahead and do something like this, like come on.
Especially dude. After it just happened to the Celtics too, like this.
Oh yeah.
Like literally like not even a month ago.
Oh yeah. Well, it happened in like a while ago.
Yeah.
So
they're just
they need to do their. They
it's just coming out. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So they need to get the internal investigation, all that stuff through. And then it hits the news. Mm-hmm.
So that's probably why it came out, is because, everything with the Celtics. But Joe, what do you think about that?
Just gotta keep your fucking hands to yourself, you know. What do you want me to say?
I mean, you're right. Exactly. I'm just as flabbergasted as you are. I don't know why people don't keep their hands to themselves.
This is not what Detroit sports needs.
Not at all.
No.
I'm glad it's not. I'm glad. Oh, not glad.
Jesus
At least
Christ.
it's the assistant GM. Like, it's not plastered all over the media like Boston was. It was their head coach. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I don't know. There's just no room in any sport for this, especially when you're like a fan of the team. You don't want this negative.
No.
I mean, come on.
It's not a good look. And
Just figured to bring it up. I don't know what else there really is to say about it.
No, I mean, we know literally nothing of what happened and anything. So
Nope.
How long has he been?
It's safe to say that he gone though.
yes,
How long has he been the assistant GM for?
June.
Give it some time.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't.
But there's, to Cale's point, for all we know, this could have happened when he was in the G League,
Yeah,
or
but
even
like,
at Eastern.
Yeah, but like you sign the Maction's going to hide that. There's no way Maction's going to take the negative.
Right.
stuff. They don't want to get those Wednesday and Thursday football games taken away. But what is it? What's that form you got to sign? Non-disclosure, whatever it is. The
NDA?
Yeah, NDA, yeah.
fucking NDA.
What about it?
Sign it. Sure, you lost your job, but just sue her after.
Oh, my God.
You're gonna get what's yours. All right, I'm done with the subject. This is going too far.
It's getting way out of hand.
Anyways, that's all that really needs to be said about that. All right, let's get this one over with. Let's go to the Lions. The Lions now at a 1-5 record, coming off a 24-6 loss against the Dallas Cowboys earlier today. I mean, what do you even say anymore? I don't even know. I don't know how much. I watched pretty much the whole game today. I don't know what you guys watched, but it was pretty much abysmal. We were up 6-3 at the end of the first half, and to be honest, the defense was not the issue today.
No, they actually played good.
They were noticeably better today.
Yes.
Hutchinson had 2 sacks.
Okuda had 15 tackles. I thought that was insane.
Yeah. So the defense was not the issue today. We had 5 total turnovers.
Yeah.
And they scored 24 points. So, and
the last 2 touchdowns were in like the last 2 minutes of the game when it was pretty much over anyway. So they kept it a close game the entire time.
Right. Jared Goff had 4 turnovers for himself. Jamal Williams fumbled on the goal line. Did you see? I forget who we threw. I think we threw to the backup tight end, and he got down at like the half-yard line, and it was like a question like, oh, should they review it? Should they review it? They did end up reviewing it. They went right to the line. They immediately went to the line, and that's when Jamal Williams lost the ball. But, they did go back. He was down. It's not like they would have won, but they were saying, if you challenge and they at least move the ball to where it was supposed to be, because they were at like the 1 yard line or 1.5 yard line when it should have been. That changes your play call, so maybe that doesn't happen, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Just same old Lions.
When I seen them line up, I feel like everybody in the stadium, everybody in the Cowboys, they knew they were running that ball up the middle. When they rushed that quickly like that, everybody knew it was run up the middle. I think he ran into our own guy, which caused the fumble, so it wasn't so much that. But I didn't care for that play call.
No. You just stuff it up the middle. He was gonna lose yardage.
Yeah,
lost. Yeah. Joe, how much of the game did you watch?
I watched a good amount. I sat at
what point did you turn it off? Because
I sat at a local wing establishment, and was getting pretty fired up. I was not too upset when the score was 6-3 at half. I was like, okay, hey, we still got a chance.
Right. But the defense was playing good.
There was a Dallas Cowboys fan sitting in this wings establishment.
You always got one of them. I bet there was a guy with a Lakers jersey on too, and possibly a Yankees jersey.
Oh, hold on, I got another story. You reminded me of it. But just pissing me off. Just every time something happened, just let's go, and I'm like,
what are you doing?
About to take him outside. About to take him outside. This game, I didn't care how the Lions did it. I wanted a win. Not just for the idea of having a win itself. No. We're not even talking about that. There's a deeper meaning here.
What's that?
Dak Prescott came back and took our boy's spot.
Cooper Rush?
Oh. I was looking for our boy Coop, Central Michigan alumni, to come, get taken out. Boom, back to second string. That's fine. Lions come in, tell Dak he's no more. But couldn't do it.
I was hoping that Cooper Rush would win last week, so then it's
keep it going.
How do you replace him going? What is he like? He would have been like 6 or 7-0 in his career. Like, how do you replace him after that? But of course, he lost, so it's like, okay, you have to throw Dak back in.
It's a God among men. How many games has Dak lost?
Way more than Cooper Rush.
Exactly.
Way more than Cooper Rush.
Yeah,
those statistics don't lie.
Your
numbers don't lie.
You're damn right. What do you know? Who else wanted to win? The entire frickin' coaching staff of the Lions. Do you like Dan Campbell, Joe?
I think he's all right. I feel like.
Would you have a beer with him?
I feel like after a few beers, you'd scare the shit out of me.
Yeah,
if you go into a meeting talking about like biting off kneecaps and shit, like stone cold sober.
Yeah,
just imagine what you are after like
3,
4, 6. Bud Lights, Bud Heavies. Good time nonetheless. But
you just don't know what's going to come out of his mouth.
Yeah,
it's like you ever have that friend that's like way more stronger than you, and they keep wanting to like give you hugs and like punch you in the arm. It's
Yeah.
really cool when you're not the guy getting slugged, but once it's you, it's like, all right, this is getting kind of,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah, I'd love to. I'd have a beer with the guy. The problem is, I don't think he can coach a football team. Granted, today I don't think it was on the coaches really, but I don't know. I mean, you're 1-5. What were they last year? 3-14.
Right on.
Right
on pace.
I mean, and you can pretty much blame the coaching staff for a lot of the losses already this year. I'd give him today, but I don't know. I think he's on the hot seat. I think a lot of them are on the hot seat right now.
I think it's hard to see how good of a coach he is just because the talent we have isn't quite there. But
Yeah.
I do agree with he has cost us a couple games.
Right.
And, that's the biggest thing. So, like, when we do have, we finally do get the talent that we can compete.
Yeah.
Is he going to cost us a couple games?
Yeah,
Because
if you're
those
making-
couple games might be the difference between making playoffs or not making playoffs, or win division and get a home field advantage game in the playoffs or not, and that's where it could be very worrisome with him because he's had however many games he's already cost us and he's only on year 2, which is a little scary.
I mean, what bothers me is I'm looking at the Giants, the Jets, the who else? All the Jags. Jags were looking okay, not so much anymore. But like those teams, they got no one. Mm-hmm. They have no one, and look at the Giants. They're like 6-1.
Yeah, I have no idea
Like,
how. But
because of coaching,
that's true.
they don't have anyone.
I do like how he's got like the heart though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if he was in like my locker room for something, even my level E roller hockey thing, obviously we're gonna go out there. We're gonna kick some ass. But when it comes to looking at maybe strategy and analytics,
Yeah. When you're 1-5, obviously that message isn't getting across. Mm-hmm. So yeah, but bottom line, that's the worry there.
hyped him up. They just got a show out.
So next week they play Miami. I think they're at home against Miami on Sunday. I mean, I don't know. We got to get a win. We got to win here at some point. If we're talking about the season's already teetering on being over, and it's not even November yet. So we got to get some wins under our belt here. Any last words on the Lions? This team just makes me mad.
I
the
think
Wings.
the biggest thing is we always end up beating ourselves. Like
right.
I feel like that's the biggest problem is like we can't even get to like trying to beat these other teams because we always beat ourselves. Like today.
5 turnovers.
Yeah, we were like literally on the 1 yard line. If we'd have scored, we'd have been up by 3. Completely new ball game. But what happened? We fumbled it and then it just spiraled downhill from there. So it's like it's just small plays like that good teams don't make those errors.
Right.
And it
we
seems
just
like
continually
we
do
do
it
every single week. And it's just small plays like that do that to us, and then it kills us every single game. And that's our biggest problem.
Yep.
So I think if we learn to, just play smart and eliminate these mistakes, then we can move on to actually beating some of these teams. But,
trying to worry about every other team.
Yeah.
Except for us.
Right.
Except for our own mistakes.
Yeah, at this point, it's all about just getting asses in seats at home now.
No, dude. I don't want anyone to go to these games.
Lower the beer prices. Lower the ticket price. When the Tigers were horrible, I can go to a game, $3. When the Lions are bad, every year, still got to shell out $40 or $50.
Oh, yeah, and you're sitting in the nosebleeds. That's the only thing that's really going to change the Lions, I think, is when no one starts going. But that's the problem. Everyone, their stands are packed, air quotes, for the Lions. But like when other teams get bad, no one goes, and then the front office makes changes. You know what I mean?
I got a question. Do you think if we weren't on Hard Knocks, do you think it would be this much hype and like this many people showing out to the games?
Well, I think the hype's gone down.
Well, yeah, but
honestly, I do. I think people would still be at the games.
I mean,
I really do.
100%.
Like,
absolutely.
Like why? Why are you going to watch these games? Like you're just like the Fords are seeing people in the seats and they're like, oh yeah, all right, we're good. That's all they care about.
Well, like I said, there's only so many games. It's not like the Pistons, the Wings, or the Tigers where there's 40 plus games at home.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you only got what is it this year?
8?
8, yeah,
8 or 9.
Yeah.
And then before I forget, and we switch subjects, going back to the local wing establishment I was at. It was not a Lakers jersey, but it was a 76ers jersey. Lady was going to get out of the booth, missed a step, just ass over kettle, fucking fell right on the ground. Her other friend sitting at the table didn't even look at her. It was the wildest thing. It happened like right in front of me, and I like looked over, and I looked back, and I looked over again, and I was like, "What is going on?"
Did anyone try form tackling a stop sign today?
No. No. Good
All
day.
right. That's good. All right. So, yeah, we'll see with the Lions, but for now it's looking like SOL. Same old Lions once again.
Yep.
Let's move to the Wings. They played today. They smoked Anaheim 5-1 in regulation. They moved to a 3-0-2 record. When was it? Friday they played the Blackhawks. They lost 4-3 in overtime. They were leading 3-1 after the second. Let's start with that game. Obviously, the glaring issue in overtime was Raymond's big-ass turnover right on who scored? Max Domi?
Yeah, Max
right
Domi.
on his tape.
Yep.
Berries. What's good, though, what I like from the start of the season, especially this past weekend, Perron is tearing it up. So that's looking like that's panning out. And then Andrew Kopp and Raymond, they've been an extreme disappointment for me this year, especially Andrew Kopp. Mm-hmm. Raymond, I don't know. I think he'll figure it out once he gets on a line with Bertuzzi and Larkin again, but I don't know. Andrew Kopp, for me, just needs to figure it out, I think.
I think Perron is that power play piece that we've been missing in Detroit for so long. Like, I feel like every time he gets the puck and a one-timer or just has an open shot, it's in the net. It's amazing.
He had another one today.
Yeah, another power play goal. So he's turning out to be amazing. A great pickup. I agree with Kopp. I haven't even noticed him, to be completely honest. When he went to the game, I didn't even know when he was out there. Watching the Anaheim game a little bit today, didn't even notice him. Didn't even hear his name on the broadcast. So I have no idea what's going on with that. Or
you get those type of guys to get you 50 points a year,
or at least get noticed.
Yeah, he's got 2 assists. He's a +1. That was yesterday. I don't know what happened today, but yesterday I checked. He had 2 assists for 2 points total. He doesn't have a goal yet, but I don't know. Yeah, he needs to step up for me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they brought him in to kind of be, kind of a two-way center, in on the forecheck and stuff. But like I said, haven't even heard his name.
Yeah,
like at all. So I don't really. He's got to pick it up. I don't know if it's still he's getting used to the team. New line mates. I don't know what it is, but he needs to figure it out.
What's good for me though, overall, dude, I think they're looking real solid. Like, what's a glaring difference from last year for me is their time of possession. I feel like is way up. Like they're not just getting in and ripping the puck on net. Like they're controlling the play in the zone for an extended period of time, and like it looks like they're on a power play a lot of the times too.
I would agree.
I don't know.
I think it might be just because we're so used to them like always be on defense and the other team always just controlling the puck. But I have noticed that too. It does seem like they are controlling the play a lot more than they have passed, and that's a very good sign.
I hope this was a problem last year, and I said at the beginning of the year, they were good at the beginning of the year, but the problem with them was that was the best they were going to be when like Colorado, Florida, Tampa, they all get better as the year goes on. So I hope that's not the case this year. I hope with some of the veteran leadership we have and even guys that were on the team last year like Sider, Raymond, whatever, I hope we're able to, I mean, we're on a hot streak right now, but I hope we're able to ride it and then just keep getting better for the rest of the year.
And that's another thing too, is we're already doing this good in the year, and like we said before, we haven't noticed Kopp, we haven't noticed Raymond. Sider has, I don't even think he's gotten a point yet this year.
Yeah, I mean they had 5 goals today, but yeah.
So that's saying we're already 3-0-2 and playing well without these guys playing at the top of their game. So just imagine
when everyone's
if they
firing,
can figure
dude.
it out and we're firing from all cylinders, we actually could be a very dangerous team, and I could see us making the playoffs if most of these players pick it up.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing though. We got to be hot all year. We can't take any breaks. Like we said last time, our division's too loaded.
Mm-hmm. And I think that that Chicago loss was huge. Chicago's a team we need 2 points from every time we play them, and we had it and we blew it, and that's that could be one that comes back and kills us.
Right. I guess this is a good time to bring this up. Recent news with the Wings: Jake Vrana placed in the NHL Player Assistance Program. He's out for an indefinite period of time. I mean, there's not much on this. The NHL and whatever, the Wings don't like to release anything for obvious reasons. I don't think it's fair to speculate on what it could be, but I will say it's normally, whenever something like this happens, it's normally drugs, alcohol, or depression or whatever. So I think it's fair to say it's something along those lines. But like I said, probably won't hear anything about it ever.
I just hope he gets the help he needs, and he takes as much time as he needs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, and that's the biggest thing is it's a big loss. Obviously, we'll welcome him back with open arms, but if it's in 1 month, great. If it's in time for playoffs, that'd be even better.
Yep.
Joe, do you have anything on that?
Just got to ride or die by those Percocets.
Oh, my God.
What?
Yeah, I guess so. No, he was hurt for a while, so.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. With that, I mean, it's a long-term thing. If that's it, obviously it could be other stuff besides like perks. But, I mean, realistically here, looking at these freaking stats of going back to the Blackhawks game.
Yeah.
One thing I look at, obviously, NHL, Chell Joe. Blackhawks smoked them in hits 27-13. They're gonna need,
really?
They're gonna need some perks after that.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe that.
They must have been a lot more elusive for the Anaheim game.
Does it break it down by period?
No, not that I could find.
I was going to say. I was
trying to look
because they were up 3-1 after the second.
Yeah, I was trying to look to see if there was a traffic cone in net on the third period too.
No, I wasn't watching that in depth. I don't know what happened. Again, I was getting in one on Friday, so. We had to get
the game was on, but honestly, don't remember them scoring or anything.
Yeah, the game was on. So. I just remember. I remember they were up 3-1. Next thing I know, I was buried into overtime, and that's when I really tuned in. But
all of a sudden, everyone was boom.
That would be interesting, though. If maybe they had all those hits in the third period. Maybe that was something. I don't know.
I was about to say that it looks like they strapped up Cal in net.
No,
I would love for the shots on net to just be like in the third period.
42 shots.
Yeah, 42
net.
shots on net.
I don't know, man. 3 goals in the. I don't know. I guess 3 goals in the third period and overtime. I think Cal could have stopped more than that.
I don't know about that.
All right. Anything else? Oh, one more thing on the Wings. What do you guys, Joe? Have you seen those reverse retro jerseys?
I'm not a fan.
No.
No.
I was gonna say they're causing a lot of different opinions. You don't like them?
It looks like they copy pasted the Blackhawks jerseys, right?
Yeah, I don't like that.
What they did.
I have to say, if I had to choose one though, I'd pick the Wings over the Blackhawks. I think the Blackhawks are actually a little worse.
I would agree with that. I thought they could have did it way better.
Yeah.
I was hoping they'd come out with like an all black jersey. I think that would look really sharp with the Wings.
I know. I've been begging for one. They're wearing them for 6 games this year. Like 2 in November, 2 in December, 2 January, 2 in February. Or no, that'd be 8. Yeah, I don't know. 6 games total. Whatever. Mm-hmm. You don't like them, Joe?
No, I don't know. I'm real basic guy. I like the.
They're a little boring. I don't know. I think they're a lot of people hate. They're like, oh my god, they suck. All this stuff. It's like, okay, relax. I don't think they're that bad.
No,
they definitely could be better. Give them that. But they definitely could be worse.
But that's the thing I don't get about like everyone with the jerseys and stuff. If it looks that bad, just don't fucking buy it.
Yeah, I don't think many people are going to be buying it.
That's what I'm saying. Everyone's always like, oh, this, and that. I was like, then just keep the one you have.
They have such big potential, especially with like the winged wheel and everything. They could have like some really cool ones, but they just refuse. I don't know.
Maybe one day.
The last cool one was like the Winter Classic one with the
old D.
Yep, those ones are sweet.
So I'll ask you guys this because you guys are obviously bigger on the NHL Red Wings side than I am. They got 3 games coming up this week. What are we thinking about them?
Boston on the 27th is going to be tough. That's going to be a real test. We're at Boston too, so that's going to be a huge game. That's a division game. Boston is rolling right now. Minnesota is kind of in a slump right now. I mean, it's the beginning of the season, so we have Minnesota at home. We'll see with them. And then I have no idea about New Jersey, honestly.
Well, we beat New Jersey once already this year.
In the regular season?
Yeah, that was their
We
second.
did?
Yeah, their second game was against New Jersey. They beat them.
Oh, shit.
The thing with that game too, I did notice New Jersey plays the day before, so we get them on the back-to-back, which might be
and at home.
so that might help us a little bit.
Do you know where they're at the day before that?
No, I think they're at home,
Oh, shit.
and then they come the next day. But
All right.
I mean, it's a tough 3 games for them coming.
I'd be happy with a 2-1 record.
Oh,
in
that'd be
that
great.
stretch.
That'd be great.
If we record next week and they're 5-1-1, I'd be happy with that.
Oh,
Right now,
absolutely.
regular season, never lost. Regular.
Yeah, there's only like a couple teams that haven't had a regulation loss.
Yep, we're one of them.
Yep.
But we're still not even in the wild card in the East.
I think we moved up to a wild card
Did
after
we?
tonight. Yeah,
That's what I'm saying, though, dude.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
we're not even
tough-
in their top 3 in our division.
It's going to be a tough year.
It is.
But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, obviously, I think Boston's going to be definitely that'll be our toughest game to date.
But you know what? That'll give us a good test to show us where we're actually at.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
excited.
the teams we've played so far, none of them have been,
Yeah.
the top half. So that'll be a good test to see how good we actually are this year. So I am looking forward to that game a lot.
Yeah.
With you not knowing that they played New Jersey already, you might have to be demoted to the assistant. Red
It's not that I
Wings.
didn't know. Just I guess I didn't know.
Assistant to the Red Wings correspondent.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. I can't believe I forgot about that. Did we play him at home?
No,
Well-
I think it was in New Jersey. We beat them 5-2.
5-2.
Yeah.
Why don't I remember that?
That was the wedding we were at.
Oh, getting in one again.
Yes. So that is why.
Yeah, that'll
I
get you.
just checked the next day and see we won. I was like, oh, sick.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that explains a lot.
Yep.
I was in one that one night too. That was Chad's wedding.
Saw the video you humping the ground at your wedding the other day.
Yeah, that was a classic. I was in one that night.
Absolute classic.
I get in one a lot.
I want you to mark it on the calendar how many times you're in one.
Maybe I should check myself into a program.
We can't offer that yet. That's off your dollar.
The podcast isn't sporting that yet. We don't have the funds for that.
Just wait until we open our is Patreon still a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just wait until we have a podcast called Hot Mic and it's just us after midnight on a Saturday.
After being in one.
Nobody wants to hear that conversation.
That's why you got to pay for it. It's not free. Only the people,
Hey, that could be something.
Only the people that want it are going to pay for it. Sorry, but as we digress.
Yeah. All right, that's it. That's all I had for the Wings. Does anyone else have anything for the Pistons, Lions, Wings? You got anything on the Tigers? I mean, Tigers. You're not going to
There's
hear nothing.
No, they're just hanging out for now.
What do you think about the playoff baseball? Have you been watching any of that?
I have not.
I've watched 0 games.
Houston's just rolling, dude. I think they're going to win.
I'm
it.
surprised.
Phillies
Philly,
are in the World Series right now, right?
Yeah, they just
Yeah.
won tonight. They're in the
Yeah.
World Series.
Yeah, I was
Yep.
gonna say once the
would've thought?
Guardians got taken out, I lost interest.
Yeah.
I really didn't have much interest to begin with, to be honest.
Yeah, we know that.
Yeah.
we know that, Cal.
Yeah.
Hey, they'll steal base, free taco at Taco Bell in the World Series. So that's something to look forward to.
Did you see? God, what? I think it was the
That
Milwaukee.
got my hands sweaty. All right,
I thought it was the Milwaukee Bucks. They're doing a thing this year for Chick-fil-A.
Oh,
where if an opposing player goes to the free throw line and they miss both free throws, everyone gets a.
I think that's
a
the
free,
76ers.
Is it? Oh, is it? Oh, it is Philly. You're
Yeah.
right. You're right. Yeah, they get everyone
It's
in the crowd
free-
gets a free 8-piece nugget or something
From Chick-fil-A,
Yeah.
yeah. I watched the clip, Antetokounmpo, or however you say his name, was going, and he missed the first one, and it just erupted. It was the
Yeah.
loudest it
Yeah.
was in there the
It was
entire
crazy.
night, and then he missed the second one, and just people went ham.
if they were playing the Pistons, how they played against the Knicks, Chick-fil-A would be bankrupt right now.
Oh yeah,
Oh God, yeah.
yeah. They'd have to sell every franchise in New York, or not New York, Philly. That's a team, right? The 76ers? you
Yeah,
said?
Philly.
Yeah.
Philly
All right.
76ers.
All right. What? You got some?
No, I'm good.
Where were you
no,
about to say?
No, I could go ahead. How'd you not know it was a fucking team or not?
No, No, I just forgot which team was doing that promo.
Okay. I thought you forgot. I was like, is it
No,
a
I said
basketball team? I was like, what are you talking about?
I said the
No.
Bucks.
All right.
They were playing the
We're back
Bucks.
in.
Yeah,
We're back
I
in.
said the Bucks. I thought it was the Bucks
We're
because
rolling.
Giannis was at the line for that clip. All right, let's move on to the bet slip, boys. Let's what are we doing? Let's make some money this week. Who wants to start up? You want me to start?
Let's go start it off.
All right.
Do you want to like say how we're going to do this or what's going on with this?
Yeah, so we'll just go in like a snake order. So I'll start with, we each have 3 picks total, 2 of which will apply for our individual records, and then our last pick will be where we do a 3-leg parlay. We'll call it a pod parlay, and we'll keep that record as well. I hope Joe doesn't screw us every week.
I got faith.
But now that I say
I got
that,
faith in Joe.
Now that I say that, I think I'm going to be the one.
I don't have faith in what I'm looking at, but we're going to let it ride.
You're damn right. We ride. All right. My first pick, I got Tennessee minus 12.5 at home against Kentucky. That's a 7 o'clock game at Tennessee, in Tennessee's barn. Tennessee's they 7-0, 8-0, whatever. They're undefeated. Also, Tennessee is 6-1 against the spread. Last time I checked, 32% of the bets make up 69% of the money on Tennessee, which is a 37% differential. So there's heavy money coming in on Tennessee, and there's also sharp movement on Tennessee. So, and you give me, if I'm laying 12.5 points for Tennessee, like they've been putting up numbers against teams, and you get a night game at home against them, I don't know, man. I think they're going to light it up against. I don't know much about Kentucky, I'll be honest, but I think they're gonna keep rolling.
I'm shocked.
That quarterback, Hendon Hooker, dude, he's
unreal.
He's been awesome. So I'm laying 12.5 with Tennessee.
I like it. I'm surprised that you said only like 36% of the bets are on Tennessee.
32% of the bets are making up 69% of the money on Tennessee.
I'm honestly shocked that many people are going for Kentucky.
Yeah. So I'm heavy on Tennessee this week.
I like it.
Cal, what do you got?
All right, so my first one, it's going to be the NHL. It is a Tuesday game. The line's not out yet, so I don't have the official number yet, but I'm going to go the over on the Florida Panthers and Chicago Blackhawks game. Both of these teams' defenses are awful. They are in Chicago, which I like too, because I think if they were in Florida, it would probably be a 6-0 shutout. But I think with the travel, might get Hawks a couple goals. I could see this easily being a 6-2, 5-3 game, and the over easily hitting. So I'm going to go Panthers, Blackhawks over.
I like that. That's probably going to be. You're probably looking at 6.5.
I'm thinking it's going to be 6.5. I'll take the 6.5.
I like that. Joe, you got a pick? You got a pick for the people?
Pick for the people. I absolutely love this strategery on your end because that is not how my picks were made.
That's
we'll
fine.
see here.
That's fine.
Unlike Jay, having all of his Tennessee knowledge, I have written down Tennessee money line, and my only reasoning behind that, obviously after that beauty of a win and that field goal post going right in the river, the fact that that Kentucky coach saying that this is a football school still pisses me off to this day.
When did he say that?
Kentucky said that?
Yeah, they were bitching about the whole, like, something about giving money somewhere. And he's like, we're a football school. And then him and the fucking basketball coach went at it on, like, Twitter
No
for, like,
way.
2 seconds. It was, like, some stupid bullshit.
I didn't see that. That's crazy. Why would he?
Wow.
Or it's a totally different school. I could be fucking that up, too. But in my head...
If the Kentucky football coach said that this is a... What did he say? This is
A
a
football
This is a
school.
football school, not a basketball school?
He didn't say it wasn't a basketball school. It was something
That's
about,
pretty
like...
much what he's saying.
yeah.
He's saying that.
All right, we're going to fucking look it up on the end.
That is insane
But...
thinking.
It's just zero awareness.
That is...
Zero awareness by the Kentucky
Oh
football
my
coach.
God.
And like I said, hey, there might not be any truth to this either. I might be totally wrong. We're going to look it up. However, Tennessee's going to keep rolling. And I just went basic. Joey Penny bets went Tennessee money line.
What are they, minus 1,200?
I don't even think it's the odds are out for that money line. Is it? Do you know what the odds were or no?
It should be out.
With me, you're not here to win a lot of money. You're here to win some money.
Well, that's...
You're here for a good record.
Yeah, for a good record.
All right.
Started out clean. We're going to go next week. We're trying to go all Detroit bets on my end.
Going the safer out there. I thought you were going to go Tennessee plus 12.5. You're just going to fade me.
Kentucky. He was going
Or Kentucky, I mean. But whatever. All right, Tennessee money line. What's my next one? For my next one, I have Notre Dame plus 2.5 at Syracuse. I'm going. Notre Dame hasn't been that strong of a team this year. I do think they're way better than Syracuse. Syracuse coming off that loss again. Who they play?
Clemson.
Yeah, Clemson. It was a heartbreaker of a loss.
That was.
You're at Clemson. It's a beatdown of a game. Also, 17% of the bets, making up 69% of the money on Notre Dame. They're sharp moving on that as well. I don't know. I value that a lot. So there's a 52% money differential on Notre Dame right now. Plus, I think Notre Dame has something to prove at some point this year. I mean, they haven't been strong, but they're at Syracuse. But again, I think Syracuse had a beatdown of a game against Clemson, and then so I'll take 2.5 points for Notre Dame.
I like it. My next pick, I don't have very many reasonings for it, except I like it. It's going to be the
I love it. I just love it.
It's going to be the Raiders money line next week against the New Orleans Saints. It started off as the Raiders being underdogs by like a point or two, and then now they're the favorites, so the line's already moved. I think Las Vegas started very slow, and now they're kind of figuring it out. They're getting Devontae Adams involved more and more into their game plan. Josh Jacobs have been tearing it up.
They put up like 30 against the Chiefs today.
Yeah, I think Josh Jacobs had 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And I think there's too much in question on the Saints quarterback that they can't figure out. I don't know if they're going to go back with Dalton. I mean, he threw for however many yards, but he threw 2 back-to-back pick sixes. So I think the quarterback's up for question for the Saints. So for that reason, I'm going to go the Raiders money line.
I don't think Kamara's really into it either this year.
No.
He just looks off.
I feel like the court case and hearing and all that is kind of in his head a little bit.
All right. Let's go Vegas. Joe, second pick.
Second pick, bringing it back over to the Big Ten. I have the Ohio State minus 13.5 at Penn State.
Love it. At Penn State?
Should be at Penn State.
And we said that's a noon game, right?
Yep, noon.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, Ohio State just fucking whoops teams.
Is that the whiteout game? Can you white out a noon game?
Yeah.
I think they still will.
Still will.
I'm pretty sure it's I've seen on
I feel
Twitter
like every
that it's
game's a
whiteout.
whiteout game for Penn State, honestly.
I mean, it's a tough environment, but yeah, I think Ohio State is...
After getting their asses whooped by Michigan, the Nittany Lions went back.
Oh, yeah.
Went back. Nittany Lion had a tail right between its legs, and it's going to stay that way.
It sure did. That was yeah. I don't think there's any coming back from that. I don't know. You never know with Penn State at home, but I do like Ohio. I was looking at that for one of my picks. Anything else for Ohio State? No, good.
No, as much as I hate them, they're gonna hit it.
All right, so we will see where everyone's at next week. Last but not least, we have the Pod Parlay. We'll start with mine. My lock of the week: Monday Night Football tomorrow. Recording day 10/23. We're recording on Sunday the 23rd. Monday Night Football. Patriots at home against Chicago. I'm laying 7.5 with the Patriots against the Bears. The line opened up at -6. There's 58% of the money on Chicago, and the line has moved in favor of the Patriots by 1.5. So I mean, the Bears suck this year anyway, so I love the Patriots either way. But the fact that all these bets are coming in on Chicago and the line's moving the opposite way, I'll take 7.5 against the Bears, especially with the Patriots at home.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we just saw what the Lions offense was able to do against the Patriots. 0 points.
Yep. Nothing.
If my memory's correct.
Big goose egg.
So, I mean, you can't tell me the Bears offense is any better than the Lions. So I'm not sure the Bears rolling into New England's going to be a good story. So give me the Patriots minus 7.5 for the pod. For the boys.
Like it. What's Justin Fields' over passing yards?
Probably like
73.
73.5, I believe. No, I'll get that for you. Kale, what's your pod parlay pick?
So my lock of the week is going to be Thursday Night Football. It's going to be the Ravens and the Bucks over 43.5. The Buccaneers have come off 2 just horrible losses against the Steelers and the Panthers, where they haven't done anything. So I think, Tom Brady's going to have almost a revenge game. The Ravens secondary is brutal. So they're going to put up a lot of points. And then also the Buccaneers defense kind of got torched by the Panthers today, and Panthers offense got rid of McCaffrey, so like you'd thought they'd be even worse, but they tore up the Buccaneers. So I think it's going to be a high-scoring shootout game. I could see it being like a 35-21
You said
game
that's
or something like
Bucks
that.
and Ravens?
Bucks and Ravens.
All right.
So it's going to be a high-scoring game. So give me the Bucks and Ravens over 43.5 for my lock.
Is that on any betting platform yet? Or
Yeah, it should be. I think all the...
I'm about to plug these bets in as we're going to see what this pays out for the boys.
That's a good idea. Yeah, it should be on there.
All right. Joe, you got your pick ready? What's your lock, man? Come on, we need one. We need to start off hot.
We're bringing it over to Maction.
All right. Love it.
Here we
Fucking
go.
buckle up, baby.
Here we go.
I got the Toledo Rockets minus 8.5 over Eastern Michigan.
Where's the game at? Is it at Eastern?
Should be at Eastern, right on that gray field that hurts your eyes when you watch it on TV.
Toledo at Eastern. Let's see. You got them spread?
It was minus 8.5.
Yeah. Spread.
Yeah, spreads. Yeah.
All right.
Joey Penny bets over here. Do you think
What'd
I'm going
you
to know
say?
that?
I'm seeing on this site it's minus 7.5 for Toledo.
Fucking take it. It's even better.
That's not even.
Right? Is that better or is that worse?
No,
that's better.
Yeah, okay.
Because
See,
I mean,
that's what
it's
I
just
thought.
one less point that we got to worry about.
What time's the game at?
It's a noon game. You got to go to games instead of.
No, I got
featured.
it. I got it. All right. So we got Toledo minus 7.5.
Any reasoning behind that?
Toledo's is usually just the powerhouse of the MAC
the MAC.
conference.
I would agree.
All right. So you got Toledo to win by 7.5. All right. So we have for the pod parlay, we've got Patriots Monday Night Football minus 7.5 on tomorrow. We've got over 43.5 Ravens Bucks. That's Thursday Night Football.
Thursday Night Football. Yep.
And following up on Saturday could be the.
We could be sweating a action
We're
game.
going to be sweating action on Saturday. Never thought this day would come. We got Toledo laying 7.5 against Eastern
You
to
want
pay
it-
out. What's that?
You want to know what's better than sweating out Saturday action?
What?
Sweating out
Wednesday night
Wednesday
action?
night action.
Please don't do that for the pod parlay. Not
It's
a,
gonna happen.
let us get a record. We
All
got
right,
we
it's
got
gonna
to
happen.
get some
Deal.
games under our belt. All right, so those three would pay out plus 569. So I actually like that.
That's not bad.
I like it. It's gonna come down to Toledo. I already know it. We're gonna start off hot.
Put a fucking grand on it.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll not be doing that. Anyway, so that has been the bet slip for this week. Guys, any closing thoughts? Anything? Joe, do you have any Halloween parties next weekend?
I do not. One and done.
Who was it?
Friends
Family?
No, friends from work.
Oh, nice. You got friends at work?
Yeah, I got friends at work. I got like 3.
All right. I will be in one once again on this weekend.
Yep.
So that should be fun. Dressing up as a pilgrim.
We did have a good idea that I think we should look at doing.
What's that?
Maybe like not like the Sunday episode, but like a certain episode we should crush through a power hour
Lie.
and then talk
And then-
sports.
Just no agenda?
No agenda.
Just sports?
Just let her rip.
Just during the power hour, or do the power hour, then just let her
Whatever
rip.
we want. Our podcast, our rules.
That's true.
We could do it during.
A little bit of both.
That'd be a long
A little
power
bit of
hour.
both. Maybe halfway through, start recording.
I don't mind that
Just-
idea.
Like a case race. I don't know.
No.
Get the fucking people going. Try to get the people going.
I'd say power hour.
Okay. All right. We'll start there. We'll start small.
We'll keep it in the back of our head. I don't mind that idea. Kale, any last thoughts before we close it out here?
Nope. I think we covered just about everything.
All right. That has been another episode of Motown Breakdown. Like we said, be sure to follow us on Twitter and Spotify, and to like and subscribe to Motown Breakdown on Apple Podcasts. This has been episode 1 of Motown Breakdown. We'll talk to you guys next week.